In this video, I want us to look at early years education science activities. This is your presenter, Professor Kibet. So in this following section, I will be looking at 10 science activities that we can use to enhance or promote children's science activities in early years education. First and foremost, 1. Sink or float. This is a classic science activity that explores the principle of buoyancy and can be done with even very young children. What we need to do is get a large container, for example a bowl or a plastic box, fill it with water, and with the children collect a range of objects from around the nursery. The children then take it in turns to drop an object into the water, after guessing whether it will sink or float. So in this activity, the young learners will be actually dropping objects into the water, and as a result, they will be learning about sinking and floating. Number 2, will it dissolve? This activity teaches children about solubility and specifically whether a given substance will dissolve in water or not. So what are you expected to do to enhance or promote this science activity? You will need several small, transparent water containers. For example, plastic or glass cups, and a range of substances to test. For instance, sugar, oil, salt, food coloring, rice, flour, vitamin tablets. So before dropping each substance into a cup, ask the children to guess whether it will dissolve or not. So this is a very good activity that will enable the learners to learn about solubility. So as they drop sugar, oil, salt, food, coloring, rice, and etc., learners will be able to learn about dissolving, whether substances can dissolve in water or not. Number 3, discovering magnification. So this is a nice, easy activity that you can set up and leave your children to explore on their own. Or this one can be done in small groups. So what are you expected to do as a teacher? You will need a tray or a shallow box or a grate, a selection of objects with interesting details and or textures, and a few magnifying glasses. So to extend this activity, you could ask the children to draw some of the details, patterns that they will find. So in this case, they will be discovering magnification. So learners, young learners, even very young children will be able to discover about magnification in science. Number 4, homemade marble runs. So for this activity, you will need some tape and a collection of things like cardboard tubes, plastic bottles, and egg cartons. So what are you supposed to do? You could ask the children to contribute by bringing in recycled materials from home and use this as an opportunity to have a discussion about recycling. So use these materials to assemble a marble run together, exploring principles such as the effect of gradient on speed. Number 5, we have what we call crazy cornflower slime. So this activity is a bit messy, but really fun and hands-on. So children actually will love this. So children love exploring the strange properties of this cross between a liquid and a solid. So for best results, what you need to do is use a large shallow container that you can put on the floor, like sand water tray. Mix together corn flour, and water until you have a slime consistency. Try bunching the slime, it instantly turns solid. So roll slime into a ball in your hands and then stop it. It turns back into a liquid. So this is a way of teaching wonderful science concepts or skills. Number 6, magic dancing milk. For this activity, an engaging introduction to chemical reactions. So you can actually start teaching young learners about chemical reaction when they are young. So you will need a shallow dish full of fat milk, food coloring, cotton buds, and washing up liquids. Pour some milk into the dish, add some drops of food coloring, then dab with a cotton bud dipped in a washing up liquid. So use a few colors at the same time for maximum impact and try dabbing in different places. Number 7, how do plants grow? This is more of an ongoing science activity, but it will give an opportunity to the young learners to learn how plants grow. But if you choose quick growing seeds, the children won't have to wait too long before they start seeing results. So this is a very interesting activity that I recommend that you have. You can have a garden where you are able to grow some plants. You can have some seeds. This could be sunflowers or whichever seeds. Plant them, and then you will see. The learners will be able to see the plants growing. Number 8, a weather station. There are lots of great activities for learning about weather here, just as few. Make wind chimes out of plastic bottles or beads and hang them up outside there. Make a wind sock out of stripes of waterproof material taped around a plastic ring to work out the direction of the wind. Make a rainwater collector out of plastic bottle with the top cut off to measure rainfall. So alternatively, this water kit is a great way to encourage slightly older children to learn about weather and take an interest in measuring and taking recording. So this is a way of actually, it's a science activity that will enable the young learners to learn about rainfall, about measuring, about recording, about the direction of wind, etc. Number 9, magnet maze. So for this activity, you will need some paper plates, pens, crayons, and magnets. Give a paper plate to each child and ask them to draw a maze on it. Older children may be able to attend an actual maze, but for young ones, a squiggly line is fine. So use a pair of magnets to navigate along the line. The one below the plates moves the one on top. And finally, number 10, colorful capillary action. If you want to teach this about capillary to young learners, show how water moves up through plants using food coloring. So this activity works particularly well, quickly, with celery, but you could also use white petaled flowers. So put some celery sticks, preferably with leafy tops, separate glasses of water, then add different colors to each glass. Within an hour or two, the celery will change color as the dye moves up through capillary action in the plants. And the learners will have actually learned about whether there is capillary action. So these are some of the few science activities that you can use to introduce your young learners to science. Thank you.